Hello techies, I'm Divya here. On behalf of CyberBrainer, don't you think the world of tech is evolving faster than ever? Now is the perfect time to dive in and build the skills that will take you places. With CyberBrainer, we are putting you in the driver's seat of your own future. We at CyberBrainer don't just teach your interest. We believe that knowledge is power, but it's applied knowledge that truly sets you apart. Whether you're diving into data science, mastering artificial intelligence, or exploring the world of cybersecurity, our courses are designed to give you the skills that matter. So let's jump into the session and make the future yours today. Thank you.
Now let's start the sync type configuration. Can you go to the bin folder here? Sorry, bat folder, right? You are there in the bat folder. Let's start the sync pipe. Create hyphen sync hyphen. No, you're already there in the bat. Create hyphen sync hyphen pipe hyphen config. You can just press the tab. It will automatically come. We are going to start the sync pipe configuration. This is creating the sync pipe. We need to give the first server. We need to give the second server, right? Now, here this one, we are going to create it. Yes, we are going to continue with the sync pipe configuration. Here we can use the standard mode, option 1. That is team mode. We are going to use it. We can do one way actually. No one wanted byte action. One way is fine. Byte action, it will become a replication. Actually, one way is fine. Byte action means both of them. If you do some changes on the second one, it will also go to the first one, actually. Like it will become a replication, actually. Not the sync pipe. One way means from the source to the destination. Option. Now here the source. What is the source server? It's a ping identity server only, right? Option 1, that is the PingDirectory server only. Now here, give some name pyre1 like that. What is the DN? We are using the same D, then only right. You can use the same thing. Option 1 now here. Is there any other D? None? Only one actually we are using. That's enough. Press enter. It will automatically go to that next one. What we can do none. Not the same. We can go with the 38 and that's fine. Not the 636. First server. What is that? The host and then the port number is the same, right? In the second and the destination only, we need to give the host name colon 238. Yes, this is fine. Now here it is asking whether we need to enter another server for the source. No, only one actually, right? Continue. Press enter. Now here it is asking whether we need to. For example, we are doing the sync, right? We need to create one admin account actually. One admin account means it's a sync admin account actually. That is known as the sync user, basically. Here it is asking whether we need to create an account or not. Let's create an account. Because a normal account, only we are going to allow the server to do the sync actually. But the thing is that, right? Like the migrating the user from one source to the destination, right? That one will be done based on the sync user admin. Actually, to connecting to the LDAP, we will be using Scene as your direct manager. But the syncing it will be done by the separate admin accounts. We need to create an admin account actually. Scene is equal to sync space user. We can use the same name. No, same. It's already there. Now, can you give the password for the sync user, please? Don't forget the password for this one. This is a sync user password. It shall not be known for the sync. Can you confirm it, please? Once you confirm it, then here let's do the second one. Actually, this is a destination. Destination also is the same ping identity server only. It's option 1. P. The name. No PD to P3. D none is it. You can use the same thing. We have given the same DC, only right. Press enter. That's fine. Anyway, there is no changes and all. Whatever the D, none is available, you are going to give it, actually. It's none only. Now here, this is the only one server, not required to add any other server. Connection is working fine. That's good actually. Here also for destination also, we need to create one account actually. We can use the same account sync user only. Confirm it. That's out. Now here, we need to prepare it for the first server. We created the service. We did the service right. But we need to prepare the synchronization right. We created an account right. We created an account, but we need to prepare the server for the synchronization. Let's prepare the server first server actually. Configuring the server requires manager access. Here it is asking for cin is equal to direct space manager. Let's use the same username. Can you give the direct manager password please? You're understanding the concept right. First we add the server. Second we destination server. Then preparing the first server synchronization. Whether it's working or not, if you could see right. Verifying the base name is there. And then testing sync user like is accessing. That is also going to work. Would you like to configure this server? Yes, we are going to configure this server based on the sync user only. How long the maximum age of the change lock? Today. Every 2 days, it will get rotate actually. That's fine. Rotate means like updating every 2 days. It will get. If the 2 days locks means every 2 days, it will get updated. Audit log doc every 1 day. No, this is for every 2 days. Now this is done. Enabling the log is done now here. It's a second. Destination server. We are going to prepare it straight for only. Here, it is asking whether we can able to use the existing credentials. It's yes, we can use the same one only. Right. The password. PD3 password is same right. It's successful. Can you just do the configure the server data sync? No, this is fine. Now here a sync pipe defines now from the PD1 to PD3. It is asking to create a name for the sync pipe actually. It is showing one name, actually PD1 underscore to underscore PD3. We can give the same name. That's fine. Now the sync pipe is created. Whether it is asking to define. As of now, we don't have sync. Plus, we need to create it. Option. We will create it separately. I mean the next step. The sync class means what are the attributes. We are going to pass it and all right. Option. Now specify the operations. What are the operations we are going to do? Creating the same. I mean the create. Whatever the user create in the first one, it will point to the second. Delete means delete. And then modify means modify. 1, 2, 3, all the 3 we can do actually. We can. Can we synchronize all the user attributes? Let's synchronize everything. Actually, all person given name, everything. Now write the configuration file. Yes, we can do. Now here what we are going to do, apply the changes. Yes, we are going to apply the changes actually. It is asking whether we need to apply the changes or not. Now here, we need to connect to the localhost option 5. Then option 5. Same is for Active Manager. Yes. Give the password and complete it. No. We need to connect to the server. Why it's not connecting to the data sync, actually? Can you go? Can you open another comment from check PDA? Sorry, not here. Can you open it in the other one that you are running this? Let's let it get complete actually. Now, can you try again? Just type anything. Type unencrypted again. Option 5. No, why it's not? Suddenly it got dropped actually. CN is your data manager. Give the password. Funny. You know, right? It got dropped actually. The service. Now it stopped actually the sync pipe. That is a problem. No problem. Now if you could see, right? Everything is done. Actually, synchronization was successfully configured. But we didn't get started. It is sync pipe is created. That's all. If I want to start now, we need to do some more changes actually. Just put the enter. It will continue. Now here we already got both of the D and A are same, right? That is. Now this is fine. Scroll down. Let's create a now. I think we can directly test the sync pipe. Let's test the sync pipe now. Now we are going. First of all, if I want to test it right, just put resync space. I find pipe. No space, I find pipe. I find name. Pipe, I find name. No, I find pipe. I find name. The thoughts again. I find name. No, I find name. I find pipe. I find name. What is a PD underscore 2 underscore PD3, right? In cap. No, it's already went up actually. Can you scroll up? It's there in a sync pipe configuration somewhere in the top. In the top above that one. Yes, above that one. No underscore 2 underscore. No space. I find dry. I find run. Let's see whether it is testing or not. No Milder. That one, you can leave it actually. That is just some kind of extension. This is just a test one actually. It won't sync it in real time. It will just test it. That's fine. Now we can able to directly modify. It will work. Now what we can do, right? Run the initial sync actually. Resync, the same resync. Actually without the iPhone dry, iPhone run. Once we sync it right, we can go ahead and put the real-time sync actually. We will be doing one more sync actually. Scroll on. It got created actually. Now can you go back? Everything is perfect. In the right hand side, 0 entries could not be processed due to an error. No error, everything is created. Now can you go back and check it in the second third server, PD3. Do the LDAP search command there. And after that filter, give the filter to 389. Sorry, after that UID is equal to star. It's done actually. But only the start in or no. After that, after the double quotes, face UID is equal to star. LDAP search. The same thing upper button. Instead of UID is equal to star, CN is equal to star. Real-time iPhone sync. We are going to put the real-time sync. That is we are going to run the full-time sync. Actually 24 cross on space start. Space iPhone pi for name. The same thing I find my name. The same thing I find my name. We are given right. Yes, space the pipe name. Can you give it? Now space iPhone capital D. Space CN is equal to in the double quotes. He is called door space manager. No, inside the double quotes fully before CN is equal to directly space manager. Space iPhone no password. Space iPhone 8 we are connecting to localhost right space. Localhost space iPhone P space. Port number. This one is different port number. Now 3389. A hinter, that's all. It should have to successfully start it actually. Oh, why it is? I don't get a little up still. We didn't give we are given 3. That's fine. 5 option. Yes, got it. Now it successfully started. Now can you do some changes in the to doctor today? Can you go to the Apache doctor video? But even in the second session, I don't know also if you made the changes, it will go to the replicate right. The replication is to set configuration actually. This one. It's a only one-time sync actually. And then why we are doing this? One means because in any cases write in future or anywhere right. If the new one, the old server, if we are going to migrate to a new one, means we cannot copyright. Instead, you can able to do the sync actually, that you can stop the old one and then you can decommission the old service actually. I do the change in PD1 actually. And then can you connect to PD3 also? New connection. Right click. For example, PD3. The same localhost, the port number only. It will be get changed. In future, if you want to stop the old one and then start it to you're migrating to a new server, right? If you are hosting the old one, it's on premises, you are going to a cloud. It means that you can able to do that easily, right? That is why you don't need to. And then if you want to change from active to ping, that means you can use this one, right? Or else you want to change from ping directly to active. Active means you can do the sync actually. Right. Either the destination or should be pinged directly actually. 3 cases it will be, you can able to use it. Nope. You can do the changes on the first one actually. Do some changes there actually. Can you go any user change something there? And then it will replicate. Actually, basically it will be syncing, not replicate sync. Change the given name. Now can you go back to the PD3? Ping data sync from one directory to another directory like active actually also. You can do it the same step. No differences actually. You have given the server and then the port number right there and then the username right. You need to get the admin account from there and then use it actually. The manager credential cycle. Only that is the difference. And then you can also migrate from ping directly to AT also actually. Everything will stay the same. The password and everything will work actually. Don't worry because every LDA will share the same kind of encryption only. Got it will be faster only. But if it is a long user means like more than 10,000 or 20,000, it will take time actually. That will take definitely time. 1 or 2 users, that is, it will happen in an instant actually. We did the real-time sync right. Oh, why does not you need to put it in a default? Oh, sorry. Now see this face, paste it. No, that's weird. Always do one thing. You're there in the D now? It is showing D only. It's giving different, it's there. It is showing that one right. Yes, now you're already there. Under delegate. I'm sorry. No. That I've been up here. Oh, tab was not working there. I think directly it will run, but run it. In the meantime, you can start the PingDirectory services. I mean, everything is taking some time to start actually. Check the ping. No, this is just a normal warning. It will get. It is just a warning, don't worry. It will start actually. Check the ping for it actually. It is. Why it is not starting? Actually, that's weird. Your iPad has got changed actually. Can you copy that? IP. Let's change it to the standalone actually. I got changed. That's weird. Anyways, no problem. Let's make it to the standalone. That's fine. We are doing that. We have enabled the clustering, right? Let's change it to the standalone. Now go to that operational mode. Scroll down, change it to the standalone. It won't take the. Now it's asking for an administrator mode. Let's say both of them is started actually. Can you just check the ping ferret service? Go to the console. It will work. Now here the ping directory is the same. Sorry, ping ferret hostname. Can you put the niche? Ping ferret hostname is niche, right? Nisayant. Now here it's the same. It's the same thing, right? We can give the 1 minute. Now, what is the port number? It's the. That's correct. Now here, we need to create a 2 client IDs in the ping ferret. One for authentication, one for validation. We have seen right for both. We didn't create it yet, right? But we can use this client ID here. It is asking ping ferret client ID for ping directory server, right? It is showing one client ID. This one for to validate the client ID, right? Here, if you could see, it is asking to validate the access token. This one is the validate client ID actually. We can use the same thing, same name. Just make it note of it actually. Copy that details and then put it there. Actually, it's a ping directory. It's a client ID to validate the token. We are going to enable the authentication actually for delegation portal admin, right? That URL. We are going to enable the authentication in the ping ferret actually for the ping directory. We need to create 2 client IDs, one for authentication, one for validation. Actually, like in access, we have seen, right? Authentication code, grant type and all, right? Similarly, access token validation. If you remember, we have seen it in the auth, right? To validate the token. Yes, that this client ID, right? It is asking to validate the access token. Actually, the name it is giving ping directory. The default value. We can use the default value. Here, ping directory is acting as a resource server. And then our ping ferret is going to act as an authorization server. Actually, the real-time configuration like that. You understand it, right? If I want to authenticate means we need to create one client ID, no? Oh. Yes, we can give you any name. Similarly, for validating the token, I can also put it in the same client ID, or I can put it in the different client ID also, right? We need to configure our client ID in the application side configuration, right? That is what here we are doing. Before creating our client ID itself from the ping ferret, we are configuring at the application side. Actually, just think about the ping directory as application. We are information, we need to configure there, right? The ping, the directories and all like. The client ID and then client secret at all, right? The grant type, whatever the grant type we want to give it, right? We are putting it actually. The client ID name, it is asking whether we can able to use this or not. Actually, that is what ping directory is. Just a client ID name actually. It is giving suggestion whether we can use it or not. we can use it. In later, right once we install the Ping dedicated portal in the Ping Ferret, we can configure this client ID, actually whatever the client ID client secret. You are going to give it here, right? We can create it there actually. Delegated portal. Admin is the application. Actually, it is a web console. In order to enable the authentication right, we cannot do it on the SAML part. We need to go with the OAuth configuration only. Real-time OAuth configuration. Why you are going to do the OAuth configuration? To enable the authentication for an application, right? Here we are going to enable the authentication for the PingDirectory delegation portal admin. Delegated portal admin, we are going to create a client ID. Just ignore the name, just ignore the PingDirectory as a name actually. Two client IDs, we need to create it in the Ping Ferret, right? We did not yet created it. One for like creating, that is authentication. One for validation, right? Here you will be creating. Just think about that. In Ping Ferret, we already created the client ID. You created the admin for authentication. You have given the grant type as implicit. Actually, one client ID you have created. Now you have already created another client ID for access token validation as a Ping directory actually. You need to share it with the application team, right? The admin client ID and the implicit grant type you have given, and then you will be sharing that. Then for validation, please use the Ping directory client ID and then the client check rate this one access token validation. You will be giving those details right to the application. Application team will configure those details right. Here Ping directory is the application team actually. Now here we are configuring the client ID to validate the token. What is the client ID to validate the token? Ping directory, that is the client name, actually client ID actually. Ping Ferret client ID for Ping directory server validation. We need to give the secret, just put test 1 to 3. Make sure, we need to put the same thing for the inside, the Ping Ferret also. We need to configure the same thing. Once done right, we cannot edit this one. We need to because it will give a problem. Now this one further. Just put Ping directory. Client ID name is Ping directory. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.